We are going to start now. Hi, hello. My name is Julia and I am erotic content creator. And today's topic is going to be how photography can be your sexual energy resource. Okay. Sexual energy resource. We know that energy is very important, and sexual energy is an adult energy. It's an energy that we can prolong our life, right? That we can create relationship, and of course we experiencing intimacy, right, with a sexual energy. Very often I have these situations when people arrive to the studio and they will say, "Oh, I don't know how to love the camera. I don't know how to look sexy, right? I don't know what to do." And we are learning, right? We are learning, experimenting and testing. Usually it's going to be undressing. Okay. Undressing test is a very easy test. Okay. When people have to undress slowly and sexy, and of course dress slowly and sexy. And of course, erotic photography and sexual energy development happens in the nude body as well. Not only dressed, okay, not only while you're undressing, but the bravest and the final phase is when you are naked and when you are touching yourself and playing with yourself and being able to produce, being confident and able to display, produce, and how to say, put that energy into the image. Okay, who is deciding is there a sexual energy or not is me. Okay, me who is deciding. I could see is it sexy or not, and I could see she or he faking, okay, and pretending, right? So sexual energy is the key in my photo shoots, and that is why my photo shoot takes so long. Okay, take time to go into sexual energy. Okay, go into that mood, relax, be confident, stop being nervous. Okay, we can usually there is a preparation time when we will discuss about the issues why people are scared and nervous to do an erotic photo shoot and what they fear most. Okay, and usually what they fear most is few things. First, they have issues with their body. Okay, so that someone will see them, of course. And the second fear is security and privacy. Okay, they are absolutely paranoid that someone else will see their naked body, their boobs or their bums or their pussies and so on. Okay, in a scheme of life, and I always think this way, that no one is important here. Okay, we are all dust, right? We are all dust. And my erotic photography, you see, when it comes to privacy and security, this is the most probably, how to say, often arised question. Okay, about privacy. People don't want, they don't want to do a photo shoot because they are scared that somewhere, they can find on the adult website or someone will see them in the porn industry. Okay, that's what they fear. Okay, when they will go to the studio and then they will undress, they believe that these images will be shared worldwide, and millions of people will witness their imperfections. Okay, seriously, that's the issue. Okay, so we are working not only with these preconceptions that they have in mind, but we are working, of course, with a negative body image, with imperfections in the body, and with insecurities. Okay, insecurities which come from negative emotions, right? Insecurities come from fear, right? When you're shy, when you feel awkward, when you feel unpleasant, when you how to say, when you stiff, when you think that there's something wrong about you. Okay, something wrong about you, something wrong about your body, right? Those things that we usually work on during erotic photo shoot. So it is a bizarre, really. Okay, because people will come and say, "Oh, I would like to be sexy and I would like to create few sexy shots." Okay, few sexy shots, drop dead gorgeous. But you see, they come on this level, which is like I say, 0 or maybe minus 10. Okay, 0, and they want through the photo shoot, especially there are some people who are more delusional than others, that they will take few minutes, they will take few shorts, and they will be up here on the level 12, where they look sexy, then they look confident, when they display a proper presence, okay, when they know who they are, when they representing themselves, when they are, how to say, when they are a personality, right? Especially when you do it when you're naked, right? So you see, to go from the point of the zero, let's say there are 12 steps, right? And every step we will create a certain footage, a certain content. Imagine 50 images when you are starting out, okay? It's a phase one, right? When you're nervous, scared, you're afraid to undress. Okay, you're afraid to undress, you experiencing a roller coaster inside you. There are a lot of emotions, right? And excitement and negative emotions and fear and loss and confused. You never done this before. This is the first time. The information that's coming towards you and the atmosphere where you are is unknown. Okay, so of course you feel insecure, right? So erotic photography at my point is, right, it's a development, it's a sexual development and understanding of yourself and accepting of yourself, and there are many stages there, depending on people, right, depending on who you are, what is your upbringing, what is your background, okay. Could be different numbers of levels. Some maybe have 12 levels to climb up, and someone maybe have 212, right, levels. With some people, to reach a certain result, I will take few hours, okay, and the others will take 6 to reach the same result in terms of photography, in terms of artisticity, in terms of sexuality, in terms of you relaxed and confidence. Different people take different time. Okay, so to be honest with you, if you are a photographer, right, I could just set up, like in any other studio, a setting of lighting, okay, and I could shoot everyone, right, to create few pictures. Same posing, same lighting, a conveyor experience, right? But the reason why I don't do this, because everyone does, right? Everyone does. The difference between me and other photographers is that I've studied medicine and initially I pursued a medical career, okay? And when I arrived in London, I've changed, okay? Because art was always my passion, and creating photography gives me how to say, gives me adrenaline and gives me a lot of hormones, okay. I'm losing myself, this is my topic, right. And I've been experimenting in erotica and in erotic photography, and in general I'm in adult business since 2005. Okay, so I'm not only creating nude photography, glamour, boudoir, but also I have experimented with erotic fantasies. Okay, erotic fantasies, wild fantasies, naughty, kinky fantasies, right? So, but today I'm talking about sexual energy, okay, and I'm explaining why, okay, it doesn't take 5 minutes to create an erotic, hot erotic content which is properly charged professionally, in my point, okay, professionally captured. So what I say by that, right? I already told you that technically the image might be correct. Okay, you will put a person who is all cold. Okay, saying cold, I mean like he's not prepared, he's not relaxed, he doesn't feel his body, he's not able to create sexual energy right now. It takes time. Okay, for people it takes time to get into that zone. It takes time to get into that mood. Okay, and we are working together, right? I am helping. It's not that the person is left there on the stage and I will say, okay, you will warm up, I will come back when you're ready. No. Okay, we're going together from the stage one, depending on how many you need, right? From the stage one, warming up. Okay, warming up. I'm checking his body, I'm checking the face, right? Everything, the body, you see, reflects. The body reflects, are you able or are you ready or not? Okay, because if your hands are still, if your face is like that, right? If you are not loose in your body, you are stiff and nervous and being frozen, okay? No way you can create a great sexual energy and great sexual images, right? So I could take successful shots in this state, no one will know, right? We could just pose people in the right way, okay? And like I say, set up the lighting and no one will suspect, right? And create nude photography, right? But you see, I am going much further with every client and we are creating sexual energy. The reason why I do it, because I teach them. I teach them what that is, the process, how to get into that mode, okay, sexual mode, when they can feel it, when they can enjoy it, when they can manipulate it, when they can maneuver with it, right? The sexual energy is a very powerful energy, right? We know that it's represent financial state, of course, success, right? It's combined. And of course, like I told you, without sexual energy, there will be no people on this earth, right? So it's passing 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 your name to how to say, to your generations, right? That's how you use the energy. What happens here is that there are some people who would like to go on my live, okay, and looking for attention. No way they can do that, and I will remove this how to say setting. Okay, so let's continue now talking about sexual energy, right? There are people who lost that resource, okay, they're not using that resource, okay. The reason why they not using it enough, or they have not been introduced to it enough, it's just because they come from the background, okay, where probably in their family they would not show any warmness, sensual, romantic relationships, right? When you do not see cuddles, kisses, and that kind of an activity in your parents, okay, usually you take the role and their scenario, okay. And I am encouraging people to create their own, okay, which includes sexual energy, which includes how to say, relationship on intimate level, okay, and of course which includes understanding and how to say, and working with yourself on adulthood, right? So sexuality is part of you, and a lot of people who don't know what to do with it and how to manipulate it, right? So when I am in my studio, there are many people who are struggling to go into a sexy mode, right? And I am talking about mature, more generation, okay? The younger generation now been exposed, okay, to nudity, okay, grown up on porn, okay, and they see everywhere escort, right? So it is much easier for them. They kind of understand it. The problem is with the adult business out there, right? What is the problem? That everyone thinks that, you know, how to say, sex and making love is porn, okay? That's what they think, okay? And especially when they look at my website, Julia Winter Studio, they say you're making porn. Nothing new, okay? Nothing new, right? And before I was offended, okay? Before I was offended because I was thinking that, you see, make love, okay, bedroom situations, okay, in a couple with the couple, has to be unlimited, right? Not only porn have to show something, right? But partners should play, you know, role play adult game scenarios equally, right? And should introduce us to their intimate life, right? Adventures. You should be working on this topic, right? And most of us think that this knowledge comes naturally, okay? And naturally, you see, comes parenthood, right? It's installed in us to be parents. We naturally know how to be mom and dad. Okay, that is natural. Okay, we would not feed our children and would not give a nose instead of the breast, you kind of naturally know and understand, right? But when it comes to sexual energy, intimacy, relationship, and developing your, how to say, intimate adult life, right? People do not feel that this is natural and they know what to do. They go and watch porn, they learn from there. And at my studio, I am encouraging everyone to feel that natural urge, to feel that natural need, okay, to remove those blocks and imperfections. So the reason when I'm saying you creating erotic photography slowly, going through the stages, going through your shyness, nerves, inhibitions, going through the different kind of associations, feelings. There are many stages out there, right? There are a lot of negative emotions, negative memories in the past, which are related to your sexuality, to you, okay, which are blocking this. Okay, it's as simple as that. And when I'm giving them to do certain, moves, certain scenarios, to play out certain roles, I can notice specifically which part looks problematic and when people are stuck. Okay, when people don't know what to do, they need to switch, they need to change. I am maneuvering. So we are learning to create your intimate life and to feel sexual energy on a higher vibration. Okay, what that means on a higher vibration. You see, if I give you this example, right, when we meet, okay, and people meet and they just meet, they want to represent themselves from the best side as possible, right? And the vibrations are very high, okay? Kisses, cuddles, gifts, attention, time together, right? Travel, do everything, right? And it takes what? A year and a half to last, okay? And then people don't know this, but there is another level of their intimacy, okay? And another level and another, okay? And it's like playing Xbox game, right? I always see the sexuality as an Xbox game, okay? With the same partner, you can go through many levels, okay? If both partners are aware, right? And want to play, of course, right? But most of the time, what happens is that people stuck on one level and then they go and find another one which represents the same vibrations, okay? High sex, vibrations, yeah? And then with the same partner, they hit the same bottom, right? They come to the same level and then change again and change again, and their life is like going into the circles, right? They're just changing the partners, but they end up in the same situation, okay? So I believe that sexual energy, okay, has these levels and has development as well. Like I said, playing Xbox game, right? And you need to practice, okay? And you need to learn, first of all, what is sexual energy and sexual vibration is to you, how you can feel it in your body and how you can control it, okay? And very often it reflects that the woman cannot come, okay, or the man cannot have an erection, right? Or cannot control the erection, right? There are a lot of, how to say, again, a lot of situations, and I would go into depth with a discussion. For example, there are a lot of men who believe that they have a small cock, okay, who believe that they have a small cock, but you see by the evolution, right? They have a soft tissues in their cock, right? And some animal has a bone, okay? And they have a bone because regardless, okay, of who is the female, they are guaranteed to have the penetration, right? That's the nature of it, okay? But men humans lost that bone for a reason, because they need emotional connection. Okay, and that emotional connection reflects the size of your penis, right? That is why with one woman you can be unsuccessful and unhappy, okay? And you meet another one and you can strive and you can have a great sex, and again you can have a great life, okay? So that's one of the reasons, okay? But I want to come back to the sexual energy levels and phases. So every relationship has phases. We know that, right? They even identify the years, okay? That the first phase is 1.5 years, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 10. Different couples probably have different, but we talk in general, right? We talk in general, there are always exceptions, by the way, right? There is always exception. So what I'm doing here in my studio, I'm practicing developing sexual energy and creating artwork for people who would like to experiment and diagnose, okay? Diagnose this energy flow, that in general record this moment, how they are able with a professional, okay, with a photographer and with a professional, right, to make it happen. Okay, and the reason why they need someone's help, because you see, not everyone is so independent, right? Even if you go to any kind of topic, let's go fitness, because it's very popular. Okay, very popular. We know, right, that not everyone can develop their body, great body, by themselves. Okay, there are many people who will go to the gym and had no results. Okay, true or not? True or not? I am the one of them. I am the one of them, right? So when you have a coach, right? When you have a trainer who is understand what's happening with your body physically, how to develop you, right? And you follow his advice, okay? Use his routines, okay? Step by step going, you're reaching the results, okay? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So that is why it's very effective. It is very effective. And of course, you're saving time. Okay. You're going into the shape much faster. Okay. There are people like me, lazy, for example, right? Lazy. Okay. I need someone who to tell me what to do. I am so lazy. Okay, I'm so lazy. So that is why when people come and create erotic photography and my studio, I instinctively know what is the issue with them just by looking at their body, just by looking the way they dress, the way they undress, the way they behave, the way they react in the things that I say. Okay, what kind of the conversation we are having, what kind of the reasons, issues, okay, they are pointing out, why they are doing this photo shoot, what are the difficulties, right? What they're scared of, okay, how they feel about their body, what is wrong with their body, how it changed, okay, what they would like, okay, what fantasies, erotic fantasies they have, okay, they have a proper, proper consultation with me, okay. This is the place when they can be truly honest, okay, and open. However, not everyone is like that. Okay, not everyone is like that. I am really happy, okay, and at my highest when I can see people who are seriously and determined to actually open up, to tell everything how it is without hiding, okay, without hiding, because you see, I can't read people's mind, okay, and when I'm shooting photography, I can. I could just see that there's something wrong. I could just sense it. I could see on the imagery. Okay. I can sense on the flow. Okay. But when I'm having a conversation, very often they would hide. Right. I can tell you a very simple example of a woman shooting photography with, okay, if the woman, for example, this is something was happening in my studio. Imagine you have a marriage, a really long marriage, and the sexual energy is down and you are living in the friend zone, okay, and the excitement is missing, and sometimes a couple decide to create an erotic photo shoot and use models, okay, use models to restart sexual energy, to boost sexual energy, to boost confidence, right? And so it happens that women would book a photo shoot, and women are in general most of the time holding back, shy, right? Don't want to say everything how it is. So imagine this request when you are booking a model, okay, just okay to have a photo shoot with, Okay, so that husband will be jealous, right? So the husband will be jealous, and they require just a hot and sexy model that the model will undress, would be naked, will be with erection and play a little bit, okay, sexually, okay, with this lady. So that's kind of a request, right? And it's a request how I book events, gigs, right? It's based on the request. And imagine what happens during the photo shoot, okay? It happened to me many times when people change their request. And actually, I how to say, I know now that there is a hidden agendas and a hidden request, secondary, okay? Secondary hidden. When she, after half an hour, coming to me and saying, oh, I would like to play, I'll show you. No, I don't have anything, but these are some elements that you can, for example, play fetish and BDCM fantasy role play scenarios, right? And she's saying, oh, actually, I would like with the model to have a BDCM, experience. And I said, well, okay, but this model wasn't that type. Okay, first of all, not every model provide all the range of the experiences. Okay, and I said, this is an extra charge. Okay, this fantasy, has to be requested before the photo shoot. I need to speak with the model. I need to agree, arrange, right? And so that was forgotten. And then she's coming to me and she's saying, right, it's like she fancied the model so much, right, that she wanted to have penetration shoot, make love scenarios hardcore, that the model, and that's exactly her word, that the model would put her on the ninth cloud. Okay, right? So you're booking a simple photo shoot right at the beginning, okay, with a client, and that was a very basic standard request. Okay, there are couples who would not want to go any further with the models, just to play around, to tease and to pretend, right? This kind of a photo shoot. And then later the lady is coming with another request and saying that this is something more, that she wants it to be on the ninth cloud. It means that, extraordinary orgasms, epic climax was requested. Okay, so when that kind of a photo shoot, that kind of a situation happens, and now I know, okay, that it happens very often, that people hide their intentions. Okay, people hide their intentions, or shy or scared to talk about it. Okay, and then during the photo shoot, this comes out. Okay, this comes out. So very often the situation is, if you book a model, okay, and if you book a basic simple photo shoot, okay, there is a service which is priced, okay, and it's priced accordingly, and we paid for the model for this service. Okay, so the model was paid for that service. Okay, and the things what she's requested cost 10 times more. Okay, and of course then I would choose a different model, or at least I will agree with the model in advance. There is no model, okay, who would put her on the ninth cloud without the financial, how to say, details, right? She would need to pay him for that service. It's not a charity organization. So when it comes to sexual energy, and when it comes to sexual adventures and sexual services, very often clients do not understand that this is an adult business. Okay, and sexual fantasy levels are priced accordingly, right? And if you book one thing, right, and then you want something much more than that, okay, or you will be priced, okay, and you need to pay, or you're not gonna get this service. It's that simple, right? If you booked fish and chips and you start eating fish and chips, right, and during that experience, you think like, oh my god, I actually would like the whole buffet, with the, how to say, with the big, I don't know, pig on the table, or whatever, I don't know, let's say wagyu steak, or how to say, or maybe lobsters, the whole table of lobsters. It's not gonna appear okay, if you book fish and chips, the lobsters on the table will not gonna appear, right? And that is something what people do not understand, right? So erotic photo shoot and erotic experiences have also levels and ranges and pricing, okay? And that is something what I wanted to mention, right, on this specific adventure. So developing sexual energy, right, there are many ways how you can do it. You can do it by yourself, okay? There are a lot of people who are struggling with the whole idea, okay, of undressing, of taking a picture, of being in front of the camera, okay, of being with someone, right? And the majority, of like really going into depth, okay, like into news and into making love scenarios are men photographers, okay, men photographers. And even then, if people will inquire around the world, you would see that the services are limited. Most of the time it is artistic nude, okay, or certain type of service, okay. When couples would arrive to my studio, they would receive a non-interventional service. What that means is that the couple will arrive, undress, have sex in front of the camera and go home. No one is pushing them. No one is, creating scenarios there. No one is challenging them. No one is, experimenting with them. And no one is solving their sexual problems, okay? And their mental problems, right? Because sexual boundaries and sexual issues starts here, okay? It's reflected down there, okay? It's reflected down there, but the issues sexual starts there, okay? And the reason why I'm saying is that the most often issue why people do not want any sexual adventures, any sexual interactions, or how to say, being single, okay, is for one reason, that they think that there's something wrong with them, okay, that they don't like something about themselves. Of course they can think that something wrong with the others as well, right? not only something wrong with them, but I'm saying most of the time, okay, if you think that there is something wrong with you, with your body, right, your reproductive system, the sexual system operating in a different way. It's slowing down and coming down and actually shutting down, okay? Till that time when you get better, okay? When you get better, but you're not gonna be ill, So what your body thinks that there's something wrong with you and you are ill, okay? And that's why you have a low sex drive, okay? And your sexual energy resource is shrinks, okay, it shrinks. Yeah, that's the truth. If you don't know this, put fire flames, okay, put fire flames and let me know. Put the fire flames, okay. And so going back into erotic photo shoots, okay, we are starting with, in general, we are starting with portraits, okay. Most of the time people are doing this first time, okay. And what they want, okay, of course they want to look hot and sexy, of course they want to be brave, of course they want to undress, of course they want to, great pictures, right? But in the same time they want some portraits. They want some portraits to put on social media. So in the reality, that's how I start, okay. That's at the safe shots, okay. That's at the safe shots. Why I'm saying the safe shots, you see it happens, and like I said, the destruction happens in here, okay, in terms of the way you accept yourself, the way you see yourself, the way you experience that sexual energy, the sexual vibration, okay, in general, starts in here, right? So when you do portraits, and then you go slowly into nudity, okay, into semi-nudes, right, slowly undressing and trying to feel sexual energy, what that is, trying to feel sexual energy. Someone can feel it, very quickly, right? But there are people who can't, okay, and they need help, and I'm showing them how to call the sexual energy, okay, how to rise it up, okay, and how to start feeling in their body. Very simple, very simple test is start touching yourself, okay? Just like seriously, you know? Like seriously, start touching yourself. And what's happening is that I am doing, I am doing, and they're copying me, okay? Because they need to see, they need to be told what to do. If someone has no clue, right, they copy me, they mirror me, right? So I would just say, do whatever I do, okay? And we would just, like two stupid like two stupid people just sit in front of each other, and start doing. And the moment I can sense and feel that person understands what he is doing, that there is connection between him and between his actions, and I can see that this energy is coming out, right? Start taking pictures and checking on pictures. Okay. So what happens during the photo shoot is that people are copying me. Okay. And if they're struggling, doesn't matter. If you come alone, single, or you come with the husband, I will show. And that's so funny, okay? Because I will show for husband how would I touch his wife and do this so that she would get turned on, right? And the same I do for the wife and the husband. Okay. And my sexual energy is on zero. Okay. I've developed myself to the point that I control this so much. Okay. Sometimes I need to switch it on more often. Okay. I shut it down. Right. The reason why I shut it down, when I shoot men, okay, they would not, I help them into certain situations, okay? But men, you see, when they create erotic photography, when they get turned on, then they start giving me inappropriate offers, okay? If my sexual energy is off, then I am absolutely professional with them, and they are not encouraged to behave this way, okay? If they would see me as a sexual object, they would fantasize and they would think that, oh my gosh, this photo shoot when I'm undressing and when I'm shooting my cock maybe could lead in some other way. And there were many guys, the reason why there will be not many women creating erotic photography is because none of the women would go through this torture, okay? Through this torture. And torture, I mean, is guys hitting, okay, on the photographers, and they trying to create something what they like, right? So they would just say and go, oh, how you can help me, or maybe you this, or maybe you can, it's just anything. You're just doing a photography, maybe you're doing something else, and so on and so on, okay? So that is why there will be no photographers, women, who would go through this nightmare, okay? Because I'm working so many years, I could tell you that this put me off so many times, right? Puts me off so many times. And in the same way, I believe that my work is so precious and it's so important, and people need to know, okay, that sexual energy is a resource that they can use for their benefit, okay? It's health, okay? It's a part of your health, okay? It is a main part of your relationship, okay? Because you can't sustain a relationship without great intimacy, okay? You can live like friends, but that's not a life, okay? If you are, if you're sexually active, right? Then your representation in terms of, I don't know, your job or your calling or your, how to say, you on social media or whatever, the sexual energy should be present, right? And what else I've noticed? And money, yeah, and making money. So every point in life that I just mentioned contains a sexual energy resource, every point. And that is why people are failing in their lives, okay? They don't know why they cannot make the money, or why they cannot sustain the relationship, right? Or why they feel that there's something wrong with them, why they are not confident, okay? Why they cannot approach someone, why they, you know? That's the thing. Okay, so to be absolutely happy in life, okay, not delusional, okay, not delusional, seriously, because people just pretend, they think that they can meditate and be happy, and this is a state. That's a great state. Okay, that's a great that's a great state. But my statement is this, okay, if you're an adult, okay, you need to own your sexual energy, okay, and you need to be in control of it, and you need to know when you should create it and to what level. Okay, for example, you should not express your energy, sexual energy, with you when you are with children, okay, or when you are with your parents, right? It's not logical. Okay, or when you are with your girlfriend, okay, to the certain level, right? And so on and so on. So I repeat one more time for those people who don't know how profound a sexual energy, how to say, knowledge is. Okay, so first of all, health. I say health because we can't buy health. Okay. Now there are 3 people who would like to join my life. Okay. I must decline. Okay. I must decline. If someone would like to join my life, they would need to ask in advance what kind of a topic I am discussing. Okay. Then they would like to ask the permission, and I need to find out what the addition they can bring to my life. Okay. I don't need people who are seeking attention, okay, and have no knowledge, right? In terms of me, I can tell you, I speak 4 languages and I have 4 higher degrees, okay? And I am separated, and my oldest son is 27, okay? So I am pursuing now a field which is a sex art, creating sex art for people, for public. And I am discussing this now, and I would like to prepare huge archives, galleries online where people can learn, okay, when they can be motivated and they can be charged with the proper sexual energy. What that means is proper sexual energy. Most of the energy online, 80% is porn. Okay, that's the Google it, just Google it, right? And as an expert shooting adult content, okay, and of course I shot adult models, and of course I create adult videos xxx for adult websites, right, with people doing something in front of the camera, I mean having sex. I can tell you that energy vibrations are totally different. Okay, it's like a sky and the ground. Okay, it's like opposite directions. Okay, when people are doing this for business, to make money and to be famous, it's one energy. Okay, and sexual content is charged with one energy. When people are coming in love and trying to experiment, love themselves deeper, let them go, be free on this. Okay, just how to say, go all in, because they love each other, because they care, because they want to share that love. Okay, they want to create those memories, they want to make those wild stories, they want to actually record everything so that they can turn on, not on a, how to say, porn website, but watch their own content, right? Now you can do all of that. Energy is totally different. Okay, totally different, right? So when I'm shooting making love scenes for money, people who are making money, I am absolutely bored. Okay, I'm absolutely, after a few minutes, it's just a drilling. Okay, and that's great. Okay, but I remember once I shot, I think 4 hours of this drilling, and after that I didn't book anyone. Okay, I don't care. It's just boring. It's just boring. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. But you see, when I'm shooting people, right, public, who never done this before, right, they bring their own how to say, sexual intelligence, right? They bring their personality, okay? They bring their imperfections. They bring their problems. They want to solve some issues, okay? They're looking for some results. They're happy to test. They're happy to try new things. That's a different gig. That's a totally different event. That's interesting, okay? That's buzzing, right? And that's what charges me on, right? That's why I'm doing it. So people need to develop these areas, okay? And that is why I'm talking about sexual energy, how to create it, how to develop it, and everyone can do it, okay? Because we have a photography, and I use photography as a tool, okay, to create it, okay? To be fair, it's not more than to create it, but to capture it, okay, and preserve it. To capture and preserve it. The reason why I'm saying preserve it is because people, when they're arriving, they create something first time and they think that this is it, and then they would not able to make it. They will be able to make it, okay, because that's cool when they can come back and watch how they grow, what they made, okay, what happened to them, okay, because every time when I shoot, I don't know what kind of the shoot I will get. I have no idea what kind of the results to expect. I don't know who's coming, okay, so this is all very exciting to me because I don't know who's coming. I can't predict, okay, I don't know. But the reason why it is very important to be in this situation, because that is where a creative energy flows comes, okay. I am putting them into a serious field of a creative zone when they lose and forget everything, when they concentrated on their body, on what they're doing, on what the scenario is, on what they're dressing, what are their steps and moves they have to do, okay. I'm occupying their brain, so they have no, how to say, additional thoughts, okay. They're just concentrating on achieving certain steps, giving me certain results, okay. I am proving it, and we're moving step by step through the planning, right? We've planned the photo shoot till we shoot everything, and they go home, right? Then they go home. What happens after the shoot is that the post-production part kicks in. Okay, what that means is post-production part when your files, and I'm shooting raw format, and then editing, okay, when and go into editing mode, then your files goes into post-production, and depending what the results we expect, how big is the file, how many digital content files we've created, that's how long it takes, okay. Usually if I shoot 2 hours of the intense shoot, I edit up to 2 days. Okay, that's how it works. So people, when they're booking a photo shoot for 2 hours, they think I pay for 2 hours. No, no, no. No, no, no. Your gig is 10 hours, 15 hours. People do not understand this. So that is why I'm making this video to explain, okay, that when you're booking a photo shoot in the studio, okay, there is a preparation time, okay, there is a shooting time, okay, and there is the editing time, okay, when I release finals, okay, when I show results, okay, and that takes time, right? And that's how I calculate and price the whole photo shoot and the gig, okay, for that couple. And very often people would say, oh, can you tell me the price? Can you tell me the price? I don't know really how long it will take to get the results that I want and you want, okay? And that is why I've started my video with saying that people need to go through the phases. And if you imagine some levels, right? Very recently, couple contacted me and they say, we don't want 100 shots. We just want few pictures, okay? Very hot, sexy pictures, okay? And I could tell them, right, that few pictures I can take in 5 minutes, right? But that's not logical, right? That's not logical. If the message is that I do not like myself, okay, I do not like my body, camera doesn't like me, okay, that's a serious situation right there, Can I resolve this in 2 pictures in 5 minutes? The answer is no. Okay, the answer is no. And what people do not understand, that they are here, okay, and they want few pictures of up there, okay? And you need to take a lot of pictures, okay, 100, 200, 300 to get there, okay? And usually what happens is that when the photo shoot goes, I give the whole, the whole footage, all the highlights, what we've made, okay? They can see the progress, they can analyze how they started and how they finished. What is the difference at the start? And look at the result at the end. And they choosing the best pictures at the end of the shoot, okay? I'm not saying that at the beginning are not successful shots. Sometimes are successful, okay? But most of the time when people are doing this first time, very nervous and scared, and they are not couple, okay? Because with the couple is easier, they compensate each other, they support each other, okay? They encourage each other, okay? When the person is alone on the set, right? You're putting him on the stage and say, take your clothes off. Of course, people will be nervous. I am not able to take a relaxed, hot, sexy, body confident shot when the person is nervous. I can simulate it, okay? I can put the person into the pose and into position that it would be unseen, right? Unrecognized, okay? But I can tell you that you are evaluating the images from your heart, okay? You are seeing it and you are feeling it, okay? And if you feel like shit at that moment, okay, scared, that's exactly what kind of the picture I will take, and that's exactly what you read it out from that image. And maybe the other person will not notice, okay, that you don't feel well, in that picture, that you know how to say, I don't know, the body reflects, okay, the way you feel. Because if I would be like scared and nervous, I'll be like sitting, something like that. But I'm not nervous. That is why I'm relaxed. But believe me, people who are starting photo shoots and they're nervous, the first shots are very stiff, okay, very awkward, okay. You can talk to them, right? You can give them your energy, you can relax them. The only tip what I can give you today is, okay, if you're really nervous, and I'm doing it with all my clients who are nervous, okay, the first is the face, okay, which gives it out that you are really nervous, okay? And the face is very stiff, and most of the time it's in one position, okay? You can take 100 pictures, but the face is the same, okay? So I'm just trying to show you, okay? So what to do with the face? It is very good to send kisses. And people are kissing me endlessly, and you relax your jaw a little bit, and of course during those kisses there will be funny shots, okay? There will be very funny shots which are not be suitable, okay? But that's an exercise that I am using for my clients to relax the face, okay? Because usually when they kissing and sending the kisses, I am giving comments, okay? And when I'm giving comments about their kissing, right, they start laughing, okay? It's funny. It's seriously funny. They know they're feeling stupid by doing that, okay? And they, it just, how to say, it's just funny, right? And they start laughing, right? And then you can, snap some shots, and it's more relaxed, and then you break the ice, and so on, right? So I hope that is clear. I'm almost here chatting 1 hour. Thank you so much for watching. And this video was about sexual energy, concentrating on sexual energy, the importance of sexual energy resource in your life, okay? And I know that you know how to use it, okay? But here I'm talking how to create it, okay, how to create it, and what you can do at home. Okay, what you can do at home. Photography helps. That's how you monitoring it, analyzing, okay, your sexual energy. And of course, when you're doing it in a certain environment with a professional, it's always faster. The results are faster. Okay. I don't need to prove that, right? You can go on my website, Julia Winter Studio. Okay, so in the future, very, very close future, I am opening my Telegram channel, okay, because my TikTok is okay. If there was 10,000 plus views on the reel, and then suddenly it's 10 or 20, there is something happen, okay, with the TikTok. So I'm being suspended on this platform, okay, and I'm not being shared or so on, right? That is why I will be coming out on social media and inviting everyone to my Telegram channel. Okay, Telegram channel, when I will be working on erotic sex art galleries. Okay, and that means that we will go in and check all the artwork that I made. Okay, starting from, photo shoots, single photo shoots, couple photo shoots, and photo shoot with hot and sexy models, threesome and cuckold fantasies, right? And of course, I'm shooting photographies, and few years I am shooting videos already, right? So I will be talking about that, okay, what I'm creating. And who is sending me invitations? Okay, I'm finishing my live and I am saying that I will welcome you, right? You could see me in my field, okay, and I could show you my artwork, not just talking about it, but you could see sexual scenes and sexual art that I made, okay, and that is great, and that is the start of my idea. This is what I want, okay. I wanna share my art with the world, right? So that was me, Julia Winter Studio. I'm an erotic photographer and I'm based in London. Okay. And like I said, I'm in adult business since 2005. So I have an extensive experience and I have lots to tell. Lots to tell. Okay. Thank you so much. And I'm ending this recording now. Love you, kiss you, mean it.